Hello guys and welcome to another video. My name's Mark, I'm an entrepreneur and property investor, and in today's video we're going to be going through the subscriber dividend portfolio, having a look at how that's been performing over the last month or two. There's obviously about £10,000 in there at this point, so we should also be able to look at how much we'll be able to give away this month. Now I know we're doing this a little bit premature, we normally do it at the end of the month, but there's a good reason for that, and that is because the guy behind the camera, this guy, is having a baby. Not personally, but he's having a baby. So when's that?
Next week.
Next week. Yeah. So we are desperately trying to get ahead a little bit. So mate, we've got a lot to do this week, haven't we? We've got to go to Newbury, got to do the studio, because we're doing a new studio over in Newbury, which is going to be custom built for us by Nick. He doesn't know that yet, or maybe he does. But we're going to move all the stuff from here, because as you know, I'm moving house in about 3 weeks' time. So we've got to move all the stuff from here up to Newbury, build ourselves a studio that we can use. Yep. You think you can get that done?
Yep.
Yeah. And obviously we've got to finish these couple of videos, and then we've got to do some stuff for legacies. Yep. We've got a lot to do this week, haven't we? So look, guys, we're gonna head over to the computer. We'll go through everything over there. We'll go through the subscriber dividend portfolio. We'll see how much money we've got to give away. You'll be entering, right?
Yeah.
You guys should too. Let's go over to the computer. So guys, you join me at the laptop and we are logging into the subscriber dividend portfolio. For anybody who's new to my channel, every month we give away the subscriber dividends. I put all of the revenue that I receive from any adverts that I do and any mentorship and any calls that I do, I put it all into the subscriber dividend portfolio. And every month we do a draw where if you've commented on the video, you get entered into a free prize draw and we give that away to whoever wins. And we've done it about 3 or 4 times now, and every time we've given away some money. So let's have a quick look at the screen and see how the portfolio's doing. Obviously, in the last couple of weeks, I'll just preface things. There's been a lot of concern over inflation. Inflation's ticked up a lot in America. It's starting to tick up in the UK. Why is that of a concern? Well, what inflation generally means, if it starts to rise beyond control and starts to rise rapidly, then central banks tend to control that by removing money from circulation. And they do that by increasing interest rates. And what that essentially does is anybody who's borrowing money, they get squeezed. So for people on mortgages, on standard variable rates, for example, their interest rate will go up. Anyone on any variable rate, their interest rate will go up. Anybody who's looking to borrow money will have to pay more in order to do so. So what it generally does is it means that there is less money going around, therefore it stabilizes and reduces inflation. So a lot of the concern in the markets around the inflation numbers, although I know that the Fed has come out and said that they believe this to be transitory, essentially meaning this is a short-term issue due to the fact that we've all closed up. For example, wood, I know, has gone up by about 200%. That's not necessarily because the raw material is worth that much more. It's because there's been a huge supply shortage as we've shut all the lumber mills and told everyone to stay at home. So with that in mind, a lot of the big economists are saying that this should be transitory, essentially meaning that it should all be over in a period of time and that the world should return to normal as everything opens up. But this is unprecedented, right? So who knows? And all you need is a bit of uncertainty in the markets and they get spooked. So in the last couple of weeks, it's gone down by a few percent, but ultimately the portfolio as a whole that we've invested over the last couple of months, 3-4 months or so, as you can see on the screen, is currently up £377 or 3.81%, which is fantastic. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be having a look at what dividends we've got to give away. So if I click on the income button here on the Hargreaves Lansdown platform, and I use Hargreaves Lansdown, there's lots of others out there. HL are essentially a FTSE 100 business and they hold all of my investments on a platform that I can access. I pay them, I think, 0.45% per annum on any funds that I hold, and 0.45% up to a maximum of £45 a year on any shares. So it's quite cost effective, and when you're using index funds, I think my total drag in fees is about 0.5%, something like that, across most of my portfolio. So not a huge drag. But what we do have here is quite a good amount to give away this month. I know in the last couple of months, since we did the rebalancing, there hasn't actually been any dividends, but now the rebalancing has taken place and the dividends are starting to pay out. This month we've got £29.86 to give away. So what's that made up of? Let's click the view all here. and we will be able to see. So that's £1.86 of real estate. So we've got an index called the Legal and General Global Real Estate Dividend Portfolio, and that essentially purchases real estate investment trusts throughout the world, which in turn hold individual properties, whether that's commercial, residential. To give you a good idea, in the UK, there's a couple of big ones. There's Granger, which is the largest residential landlord. You quite often see some of their earlier stuff in the auctions as they're offloading that to do bigger PRS type stuff, build to rent type stuff. And you could also find British Land, for example, which are another FTSE 100 company. They hold commercial, residential and retail. So they're a bit more broad. But to give you an idea of what real estate investment trusts are, those two businesses you could Google and have a good look at them. And that would give you a UK-centric view of what real estate investment trusts do. In America, they're a little bit more specific. So they have ones that focus on medical, they have ones that focus on care. Because it's a much larger market, they can be more specific. So a good amount being paid out from there. We've got a couple of quid. We've got £12.84 from the Artemis High Income Fund, and I selected that. Oh no, we haven't. We've got about 23 quid because it's come up in two payments. We've got about £23 from the Artemis Fund, and I selected that because it pays it every month. And although it's a bond and share fund, it pays monthly. And for me, the fact that we would have some residual income every month, at least 25 quid to give away, was really important because I wanted to make sure that we didn't have this issue we had back in April and May, where we were doing the rebalancing, where people weren't going to be able to win anything. So for me, really important we had something that paid monthly. That's done really well. So we've also got the Legal and General UK Index here that's paid out £4.85. So add all that together, it brings us to a total of £29.86. And you know what I'm going to say. If you want to win the £29.86, put a comment below, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give it a like. It massively helps me out with the algorithm. It will really, really help me boost my channel. And already we're at 1,600 odd subscribers. I can't believe it. And thank you all so much for subscribing. And I know that lots of people have been giving me loads of great feedback about the content. So I'm glad you're all enjoying it and getting value. And the other things I want to talk about very briefly on this video is, remember, we're going to be doing the meetup. That was supposed to be this week, but with the government restrictions being kept in place, we put that back to the end of July. We are still going to be doing it. It is still free of charge. I've decided to keep the applications open. We've got about 100 people who want to come and meet, so it'll be done over several days. We'll probably limit numbers to 10 to 15 a day. Have a look in the description. You can come and meet with me and my team. There is no pressure, there's no upsell, there's no course. As with all of my stuff, it's all free of charge. If you want to work with us, obviously, and want us to source, renovate and rent out your property for you, that's a commercial arrangement. So there is that available to you if you want to. But if you just want to talk and have a chat about investing, property investing, all sorts of investing, everything that I'm involved in, then I'm more than happy to do so, and it's completely free of charge. Obviously, if you want to also book a call, please do so, and the Mentoring Mondays have been going great. That's only £45 a month, and every Monday we have a Zoom call. There's normally about 10, 15 people on that, so it's really intimate, really good information. So if you want to join that, again, the link is in the description. I hope you're enjoying the videos. As I said, this one we're going to be doing, it's a slightly different one. It's slightly early because Nick's having his baby. What I can say is our schedule will stay the same, but we will have to take a break for a week of filming. So what we'll aim to do is get a bit ahead on the content, and then you'll see us in real time, probably from early July onwards. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, again, please give it a like. It massively helps me out. I do appreciate it, and I will see you again on Monday. Cheers, guys.